Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I do my flawless foundation base. There are quite a lot of steps involved with this, so if you're looking for an extremely flawless matte foundation base, you've come to the right place. So I believe that the best place to start is with the appropriate primer for your skin type. Now I tend to get a little bit shiny in my T-zone, on my chin and the tops of my cheeks. So I like to mix in a no shine primer with my normal primer. The no shine primer that I'll be using is the NYX Shine Killer, and my normal primer that I will be using on a day where my skin isn't as oily as it normally is the original primer by Australis. Just put a little bit in my hand, probably about that much, and then approximately the same for the other primer. Just rub them together in your hand, that's a good way to mix it. And apply on your face. Look at this pimple under my chin. It's hideous and it hurts. I'm just gonna put my headband on, get my hair out of my face. Now next I'm gonna do my foundation. I know that some people like to do their concealer first and then foundation, but I think that it's like doing a double step because foundation is meant for covering like the imperfections that aren't super obvious. For example, I've got some redness on my forehead. Not sure if that's super obvious to you, but it's obvious to me. And I've also got some, I've got really pink cheeks, and I've got some old acne scars on my chin and on my upper lip. So I like to put on foundation first, and that way it does cover up most of those things. And then the face demons, like this one, do get covered up by concealer afterwards. So for my foundation, I'm using the L'Oreal True Match Foundation in Vanilla Rose. Putting it on the back of my hand, and I'm taking a flat top foundation brush to blend it into my skin. I find that this brush is the best for me because it is the quickest at blending things, and in my opinion it's the best. And it doesn't pick up too much product, so you're not wasting anything at the end. Currently about 40 degrees outside. I think it's like 11 o'clock now, and I think it's already 40 degrees. It's just hideous weather. So always make sure that you use whatever's left on the brush and blend it all down your neck, behind your ears, just so there's no obvious lines. So next I'm going to be concealing any of the obvious blemishes that I still have, which is that one under there, there's some around my mouth, and there's one just there on my cheek and one on my other cheek as well. The MAC Studio Finish Concealer, SPF 35 Broad Spectrum. This is ridiculous the way that they write this. Can you see that? SPF 35 Broad Spectrum, SPF 35. Anyway, it's the colour NC20. So that alone has already got rid of a lot of the blemishes on my face. Now all I'm going to be doing is concealing under my eyes. And for that I'm using the L'Oreal True Match Concealer in the colour Vanilla. I'm going to use a little dot on each under eye because it spreads so well. A little bit goes a very long way. And the reason why I'm using a colour that is lighter than my skin tone is because it highlights that area under your eyes, which makes you look wide awake. And who doesn't want that? Who wants to look tired? So I'm pretty much just covering up the purpley blue colours under my eyes. Now, if yours is a lot worse than mine, you might want to use a peachy coloured concealer. That peachy colour counteracts the blue and will help to cover it up. And then to set that, I'm using my Face of Australia Translucent Loose Powder. I'm just using that on a Real Techniques setting brush. I find this is the perfect size for really getting in there. And it picks up the loose powder really well. It doesn't really drop everywhere all over my face. And notice how I dabbed it on first. That is so it sets all the product and doesn't move it around. So just that swiping motion first up would disturb all the work that you've just done with the concealer. I also like to use my fingers for this, and that's just because it helps the products to melt into your skin. And not look like it's just sitting on top of your skin. It gives it a bit more of a natural finish that way. And I find that concealer, especially around the eyes, can get quite gluggy and creasy really easily. I find that doing it with my fingers and then setting the product does help to prevent that. So next I'm going to be using a powder foundation to set all of my foundation in place. And I find that using my usual Essence powder or my Savvy powder, it's really great for every day. But if I want something that is full coverage and really glamorous and I know will work and last a long time, I always go for my Napoleon camera finish. The color I use is Look G1. It's so pigmented, like I just did a little brush in there and so much has already come up. So just doing circular motions, being careful around your eyes. Now I don't know if you can see the difference, but I can see the difference already, that this is much better full coverage, looks more smooth, and this cheek is not as smooth. And of course you can take this much further down your neck than the foundation. I feel like if I use foundation so far down on my neck, I tend to feel a bit gluggy, a little bit gross. I just love the little pouch that comes in. I like to keep it in there so I don't get fingerprints on it. How lame. And then I'm just going to be taking more of that loose translucent powder and putting it all over my face to set it. I can go some days without doing this step, but it does leave me a bit shiny after a while. And so putting this on top just makes my foundation last a lot longer. So that's it for my flawless base foundation routine. After that, I will just go in with my bronzer, do my eyebrows, do my eyes, rest of my face, lips, etc. And then it'll be good for the rest of the day. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.